probably the #1 complaint that most people have about their workshops is that it's just too small. They could always use a little bit more space. Sometimes the solution, though, might be in using the space that you already have in a better way. And that's where this project comes in, and that's why I'm talking with its designer, John Doyle.
Hey, Phil. So yeah, it all starts out with this DIY benchtop table saw where most beginning woodworkers start out. And one of the biggest problems with this is you need a stand for it to bring it up to height. And then the weakness is it's got a lot of power for most things you need to do, but it doesn't have a large work surface for like outfeed or if you want wide, like pieces of plywood, that
Sure.
sort of thing. So we wanted to have a surface to go with that to support more pieces.
But that can end up being a space hog then, really, right? Because
yes.
now you have the table saw with a larger table, but you still need all your other tools.
Right, yeah. Usually if you have this type of table saw, you're working in a small space, like a garage or small shop. And then you want to add like a router table maybe, another cart for a planer, and then a workbench surface. So with this project, we wanted to combine all of those things into one large workstation that you could wheel in and out of your work area, put it away if you want to pull a car into the garage.
Right, and I think that's probably the biggest advantage of this whole thing is that it simplifies the setup of your workspace. You just kind of wheel it where you want it to be, use it, when you're done, park it wherever.
Absolutely. So do you want to take a spin on this and take a look at some of the other features besides the table saw?
Yeah, like specifically down at the other end there.
Okay, so on this end we have a flip-top planer. So I'll flip that up. Maybe. Oh, pull that out. So as you can see, the planer stores away when you're using either the router table or the table saw, and then flips up whenever you need to use this. So it's a pretty nice storage feature as far as that's concerned. But one of the design challenges for this was to design the locking mechanism for this. For most flip-top carts, you can just add a bolt on the end here or on the top, but when you flip that and you're trying to use this as a flat surface for an outfeed table, that kind of locking mechanism is going to get in the way.
So what did you come up with then?
So I don't know if you can see here on the end, there's basically just an aluminum channel inside the edging here that houses a piece of aluminum bolt that slides in and out.
Sure.
So it's a design challenge, but it's a pretty easy fix. You can, come up with some common hardware and work it in right into the edging.
And you wouldn't even have to use a thickness planer here. I mean, you could put just about any other portable benchtop kind of tool on there.
Yeah, a small drill press might work here, or a bench grinder, whatever you're using. Most you want to keep on your work surface.
Yeah, and then around on this side, what I like is having the router table that's integrated into it. So you have the router motor enclosed in a cabinet, which is a great way to kind of corral the dust and tone down the noise from the motor itself.
Absolutely.
And then below that are a bank of 3 drawers to be able to hold bits and other items that go with the router, or frankly anything else with your workshop too. So, and I think that's probably one of the top features I like about this project is the way you tucked storage in just about everywhere.
Right, yeah. And you can really kind of customize it to whatever, you need in your work area, whether it's, like we said, a grinder, if you do more metalworking, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of storage space that can be customized. And
again, the real key here, though, is being able to get as many functions as we possibly can into this project. So we have a pretty generously sized work surface, router table, table saw, and another benchtop tool like a thickness planer, and you can keep yourself pretty busy all week.
Absolutely, and if you decide to build this project, we'd love to hear comments about any suggestions for this customized storage that you might put in here, or even some other tools that you might include in this workbench other than a router or planer.
Or other ways to be able to tweak it to make it work better for the kinds of projects that you like to build. You can find the plans on Woodsmith Magazine or at woodsmithplans.com.